Hi, this is Shreya from Asianet, and today we have been joined by the very talented actor Sahil Vaid, who has effectively made his mark in the film industry with versatile roles and will be next seen in Coolie No. 1, which is already roaring on the internet, which also stars Varun Dhawan and Sara Ali Khan. A very warm welcome, Sahil. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you so much for such a lovely introduction. I don't know if I've made my mark yet, but yeah, I'm trying hard. And thank you for believing that the mark is starting to be made. You look lovely.
Surely. Thank you very much. So do you. So before I begin with my questionnaire, I would like to ask you, how was your lockdown situation? What all did you do, and how much did you miss not being on sets, not going out, meeting friends? How was it?
I missed being on set. I missed acting. I did miss a couple of my friends, Varun being one of them. But it wasn't as grim as people make it sound. It was quite productive. I learned a lot of new things. I started cooking again. I had the time to take care of my boys being my cats. I spent time with him, and I spent time with myself. It's sometimes very significant. It's important that you take a break. This forced break that we had because of this whole pandemic, at least as far as I'm concerned, it gave me this opportunity to kind of uh, introspect and kind of slow down a little bit, because there's this race going on. Everybody's constantly running around, everybody's constantly trying to make a mark, as you said, world at rest. And somehow everybody who was at home had this peace of mind that, okay, you know what, it's not just me, everybody is taking this break, so let's all take it together. So it was like a global holiday for everybody. So it was very productive, I would say.
Very Yeah, wonderfully put. Apart from that, the trailer of Coolie No. 1 is roaring on the internet. People are loving the thrill, they are loving the excitement. And what's your take on the tremendous response that you have received from the audience?
I can only be thankful. I'm grateful because I'm very new in this world of movies as compared to some of the veterans that we've worked with in this movie. I can only be grateful, and I can only
Yeah.
say thank you to the audience who are giving us the love and the attention and their time, and they are hoping and expecting from us that we would come and entertain them after such a difficult year that they've had. And I hope we come out and we do that. David sir's already sure. I haven't seen the film. He's probably seen it 100 times
Yeah.
while editing it. So
Can we get like a little sneak peek of your character? What can we expect from Sahil this in this film? What should the audience look forward to? What's there? Like a little bit of a, if you can just spill a bit.
we are basically we are basically playing con men in this film. Me and Varun both.
Okay.
What you can expect from this film is the non-innocent side of. I mean, I'm still playing Varun's best friend in the film, but in this film, we are playing these lower middle class boys. Varun's playing a coolie. I'm playing a mechanic. He's playing Raju. I'm playing Deepak. And since we have to pretend to be rich in this film to get Varun married to Sara, he needs a car. So I start pretending to be his driver. And there is a lot of lies that you would see us saying, but all done in good faith to teach Paresh Rawal's character a good lesson that money is not
Yeah.
something that builds a relationship. It's the love, it's the honesty, and it's the compromise and the sacrifice that two people make in that relationship that makes it beautiful. Money is just a byproduct. People who don't have money also fall in love and are happy throughout their life. That is something that
Right.
this film teaches beautifully.
Wow, I think there's going to be a little beautiful message at the end of the film, and audience are surely going to enjoy it. Coming back to you and Varun Dhawan. So, yours and Varun's jodi dates back to the time of Humpty Sharma Ki Dulhaniya. I remember I was in 11th standard and I was behind my friend that we gotta go and watch Humpty Sharma. And another thing that I remember was the character of Poplu and Shanti. And I think you did got did you did get much praises, appreciation, and your on-screen presence was appreciated by the audience. So, how do you look at the whole journey, like from Humpty Sharma to Badri and now Coolie? So, there's definitely something about you, Varun, and the great chemistry that you guys have on screen.
It's uh, it's nothing but mutual respect. Let me put it out there. It's just uh, right from day one on Humpty Sharma Ki Dulhaniya, Varun and I we shared this bond because uh, after shooting for a day together, I realized that he's very humble and it's a lot of fun working with him. And he realized the same thing, and we continued that bond in Badrinath Ki Dulhaniya because we both feel secure in each other's company, and we trust each other so much that we can be in front of the camera and we will know that the other actor is not trying to kind of upstage him or something like that, because actors tend to do that. Actors only think about themselves, whereas Varun and me, we constantly keep thinking about each other in the scene. uh, it's a beautiful relationship, and it's I'm very lucky. Actors who tend to get this from their co-actor, they should consider themselves very lucky, because in a world like this, you don't find a co-actor like Varun Dhawan. So
Right.
there are actors out there who give you the comfort of being with them, and Varun, since he was the first one of those co-actors for me, I'm always going to feel at home standing next to him in frame.
Yeah, beautifully put. And I would say that you have effectively succeeded in getting audience appreciate and notice your character on screen, be it a supportive character or not. So be it Humpty Sharma, Badrinath, or Dil Bechara. So I would like to know that how did you manage, or how do you see this love that is pouring in, that people do recognize Sahil Vaid apart from the central characters of the film, no matter how strong is it or is it not. So you have just made that mark. So how do you look at it, and how do you manage to steal a bit of a screen presence with that comic timing and the craft that you have?
I don't know, Shreya. I mean, I just do what I do. I mean, I never go out there thinking I'm the supporting actor, or am I going to get love for this part or not. After Humpty Sharma Ki Dulhaniya, it did cross my mind when I was shooting for Badri. It did occur to me, oh, oh, wait, but that was a brilliantly appreciated part. Will I be able to recreate it in Badrinath Ki Dulhaniya? Shashank told me that, listen, that was a different film, that was a different character. If you keep dwelling on the past, you're never going to grow, you're never going to give us something new. So that advice went a long way, and that's also the reason why Badrinath Ki Dulhaniya gave me a different kind of fan following. It gave me a different set of people who kind of fell in love with Somdev. So that is something I learned
Definitely.
very early on in my life, that attention will automatically come to you. I mean, love will automatically come to you if you're true to your job, if you're true to your situation, if you're true to your scene. It just takes that focus to kind of create that. If you're trying too hard to take that attention away from the lead actor or from your co-actor, it's evidently seen, and the audience also sees it, and the audience says, "Ye bada uchal raha hai." It has to be this. I learned something in our production design class, where our production design
Okay.
teacher would come to class, and the first thing he would say is, the number one rule of good production design is that if you see a film, if you see a frame, you feel that there has nothing been done as production design. कि कुछ है ही नहीं. It has to gel so beautifully with everything. That's how I see my job as. My performance has to gel beautifully with everybody else's performance, because if it does not, if I try to stand out, if everything is too like more or too less, it just doesn't make a good film. It just doesn't make a good scene. So sometimes my best is not required. I go by that rule, and it has always worked for me.
That was a great answer. And what went behind prepping for the role of Coolie number one? Like, what were the preparations that you did, and catching the lingo and the con artist that you guys will be playing? So, how was the whole journey of prepping or building this character up?
Well, fortunately, there was not a lot of preparation as far as accent or diction was concerned. We had to go through a lot of that in Badrinath Ki Duraniya, where we were both playing boys from Jhansi. Coolie number one, we're just almost playing ourselves. The only training I had to go through was of that disgruntled friend who ends up playing a butler. You know, when you're but we've all done that, right? We've all done that for our best friends. Just 2 days ago, when my best friend got married, I played chauffeur for him. Uh, I played that very happily.
Okay.
I drove him home, and then I drove him to the airport this morning. So it gives you that. It gives you that. That preparation sometimes is very mental. It's not sometimes you don't have to go through a method all the time. There is no method sometimes. In fact, there is no method at all. Every character requires a different kind of understanding, so to speak, of relationships. So here, my relationship with Varun's character is different from what my relationship was with him in Badri. And obviously, that difference is shown via how we react to certain situations. Now, here, we are best friends, but I am pretending to be his servant, driver, his butler, so to speak, in front of other characters. So if other characters are around, I can't really call him Raju, you know. And
Okay.
when they are not around, we become equals, you know. So that is something that's going to be beautiful to watch as well, where where Deepak is actually a mechanic. He's probably making more money than Raju is, because Raju is a coolie. He even says in the film this aspect of their lives, where he says कि घूम रहा हूँ तेरे साथ में, you know, I'm doing this for you. So yeah, preparation, if at all, came directly from David sir, where he doesn't like actors over preparing. He doesn't like actors coming and asking them कि sir मेरा motivation क्या है sir, मेरा character क्या करेगा sir, like जो बोल रहा हूँ वो कर लो. Simple. It's as simple as that. There's a simple script, and there's this genius director in front of you who has his own style. We are nobody to go there and say कि sir I think मेरा character ये नहीं करेगा, थप्पड़ पड़ेगा वहाँ.
So if it's a David Dhawan's film, then we definitely expect and see top-notch comedy on screen. But I'm damn sure that even off-screen is filled with jokes, fun, and all sorts of masti. So I would like to ask you, what was your favorite off-screen memory from Coolie number one?
Off-screen memory from Coolie number one would start.
Yeah, like what fun did you have on sets?
Once pack-up would happen, for me it was very surreal to see Rajpal Bhai roaming around in his boxers and in the hotel, you know, and chilling with Javed Bhai and chilling with Paresh Rawal sir, chilling with Shikha. It was like a big shadi party going on. It was like a whole joint family has gone to Bangkok. We would all have lunch together. There would be all kinds of discussions, political, artistic. Some people would agree and some people won't agree. Some people like their co-actors from yesteryear and some people don't like them. And there were these amazing yesteryear stories that came from David sir. एक बार मैं ये बना रहा था, इनके साथ शूटिंग कर रहा था और ऐसा हुआ था. All of that was, you know, in a way informal teachings for the newer generation actors who were sitting on the table with them. Be it Shikha, be it Sara, be it me, or be it Varun. We really, really enjoyed those guru gyans that kept coming from, sometimes from David sir, sometimes from Rajpal bhai also. Sometimes Johnny sir would tell us stuff that, made a lot of difference in the way we actually perceived things. And at the same time, the craziness was out of the world. Uh, you watch the trailer, you watch the songs, just multiply all that craziness with 10.
Yeah.
And that was what a David Dhawan set was like for me. I was like a child in an amusement park, literally. Which ride do I go to? Who do I talk to today? I have Jonny Lever to talk to. I have Rajpal Yadav to talk to. I have David Dhawan to talk to. I have Bharti Achrekar ma'am to talk to. I have Javed Jaffrey saab to talk to. I mean, there were so many people I could sit and have a conversation, and I would. We would also go to shopping malls together. We would, see stuff, window shop. It was fun. It was always like these guys are so like humble, and they're so easy to, you know, be with. It. I wish I get to do uh, another film with all of them. It would be lovely.
So before I conclude, I would just like to ask, how was it working with Sara Ali Khan?
She, first of all, I'd like to say she does not come across as a Nawab's daughter to me. I thought she's a Nawab's daughter.
Okay.
She's gonna come in with her own, like a breeze full of what do you call that? Like Princess Jasmine walks in and Aladdin stands in the corner seeing Jasmine walk by. Nothing like that. She came with a
Yeah.
backpack. she was she was such a normal person, and she's exactly like us. And we would, chill in the pool. We would talk to each other, and we would talk about weight loss. And she would tell me stories about how she dabbled with weight loss and she worked really hard, and how she's actually now the way she is. And I would only say hats off to you, yeah, because I know how difficult it is to lose weight, because I've done minuscule weight loss here and there for different characters. I lost weight for Dil Bechara. If you watch the first scene in which I appear, you see me as a chubby boy. But by the time the church scene comes, it was a very subtle attempt from my side to, convey the fact that I am a cancer patient at the end of the day. Cancer makes you lose weight even if you don't want to. So those kind of
Right.
things I keep planting for the audience to notice. Fortunately, some people notice, some people don't. And but my job as an actor is to be completely honest to the character. So when I found out about her weight loss journey, I was like, Sarah, this is unbelievable. She showed me a picture of hers
Share some tips.
from back in the day. Yeah, of course, some tips. And I would like to also make a point here that she has not cheated on her weight loss at all. She has really
Oh,
done it via proper diet, some massive amounts of cardio, and it takes a great deal of effort. And I say this to every person out there who's conscious about their bodies, and learn from Sarah. I think
right.
by next year you can learn from me as well. You can learn from actors like Bhumi Pednekar, who have
Sure.
literally put in all they had to kind of. I was living in a hotel right now and I was shooting recently, and the hotel staff there said, "Sir, you're on a diet." I said, "Yeah, there's a very specific list we follow." They said, Bhumi madam was also living here. She also had the same list. I was like, really? Then I was like, chalo theek hai, at least I'm on the right track. So it takes a lot of effort for these people to stay fit. And I think I've also found like a motivation thanks to these two people. One is Sarah, the other is John Abraham, who's told me that become fit, just be fit again. And next year I'll probably have an interview with you again, and I'll
That's
say,
really amazing to know.
yeah, get inspired by me too.
So thank you very much, Sahil, for your time. Wishing you all the very best for the movie, and we hope you deserve and get all the love from the audience. And Coolie Number One becomes a blockbuster hit. Thank you very much for your time. It was
Thank you.
lovely talking.
Thank you so much, Shreya. Thank you.